Tonight, snowy setup. Crews on the streets as our first major snow system takes aim. More next. Plus, a Kansas man will spend at least 25 years in prison for shooting a Carbondale police officer. We have the latest coming up. And fire crews and tenants are reacting tonight after a historic home built in 1881 was destroyed by fire this morning. Those stories and more now on a Tuesday evening edition of News 24 at 5. And good evening. Thanks for joining us. A bit later tonight, due to that Fox News special, we will have those stories coming up, but we begin in Jackson County, where a Kansas man will spend at least 25 years in prison for shooting a Carbondale police officer. Alex B. Karsher, 24, pleaded guilty today to 3 charges connected to the July 2016 shooting. Karsher's plea included aggravated battery to a police officer, aggravated discharge of a firearm, and drug possession with the intent to distribute. 5 additional charges for firing his gun were dropped. Karsher is being held without bond until he is sentenced. Prosecutors say they seek a sentence that does not exceed 30 years. No new court dates have been set. A Carbondale man will spend 20 years behind bars for robbing the First Mid-Illinois Bank and Trust inside the Schnucks in Carbondale 2 weeks ago. On October 29th, Daryl Hendricks was arrested after Carbondale police responded to the report of a bank robbery. Hendricks was found with money from the bank and admitted to the robbery. At the time, he was on payroll for an attempted bank robbery in 2012. Employees told police that the suspect, later identified as Hendricks, handed a bank employee a note that indicated he was robbing the bank and demanded money. Employees also say the man told him to be quiet while pointing at his pocket. Today, Hendricks pleaded guilty to financial institution robbery and was sentenced to 20 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections. To the weather, where all eyes are on the possibility of accumulating snow tomorrow. Here's Terry Inn with the latest. All right, thanks, Terry. Turning back to Carbondale tonight, where fire crews and tenants are reacting after a historic home built in 1881 was destroyed by fire this morning. The house across from the street from the Carbondale Community Hospital had been turned into an apartment building with 8 different units. All tenants made it out safely. Carbondale Fire Chief Mike Hertz says crews had to block Route 13 so they could park ladder trucks in the street and attack the fire. Harris says the fire started in a downstairs apartment in the back of the building, but quickly spread because of old construction techniques. Chief Hertz says when firefighters realized the flames were in the voids, they evacuated the building immediately. We talked with a tenant who lived in a downstairs apartment and didn't want to be identified, but said that she left to take her kids to school, and when she returned, flames were coming from the roof. The woman lived in the complex with her 2 children and lost nearly everything. Chief Hertz added an extra difficulty for firefighters was finding their way around in a building that had been separated into 8 different apartments. Hertz said the fire is under investigation, but tenants say a pan was left on a stove. Tenants also say they have been told by the landlord that they'll be moved into a nearby apartment complex with openings. And while a snow system is on the brink, local plow crews are on standby due to deteriorating conditions. Our Emma Gass is in Marion with a live look on those preparations. Emma? All right, thanks, Emma. Turning back to a story I brought you last night at 10 in West Frankfort, where fire crews were called to a house fire last night around 8:34 p.m. at a single-story home on 405 East St. Louis Street. This is in an area where road construction is underway. When crews arrived, flames could be seen coming out of the back half of the home. According to the West Frankfort Fire Department, 8 area departments helped battle the fire due to the wind, snow, and cold. The department wanted to have extra crews on hand in order to rotate out personnel to keep them safe from the elements. Crews battled the fire until 1 a.m. That home is considered a total loss. The fire department says the state fire marshal was on the scene investigating late last night. What sparked the fire remains unclear. No one was home at the time. Much more local news, sports, and weather is coming up next on News 24 at 5. But first, here's your Fox News update.
In Fox News. The grim search continues. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Hundreds of firefighters battling the Camp Fire in Northern California, where at least 42 people have died, the town in ruins.
In burned-out neighborhoods throughout town, more than a dozen search and recovery teams are combing through the ashes. They say when they see multiple cars in a driveway, it could be those people got trapped and their remains are in the rubble. Starting today, teams will be using cadaver dogs and mobile DNA labs to help speed up the identification of badly burned remains. The sheriff is also bringing in portable morgue units on loan from the military. While they were helping people escape the flames, 90 of the town's first responders lost their homes. The local fire chief said the inferno was like a snow blizzard of embers, pelleting homes and setting one after another on fire.
Fox's Claudia Cowan in Paradise, California. In Southern California, authorities say the destruction will be significantly higher from the Woolsey fire. than the 435 buildings already counted as destroyed. President Trump saying the federal government will do everything in its power to help the people in harm's way of the fire. 4 members of one family under arrest in rural southern Ohio on suspicion in the brutal killing of 8 members of a different family 2 years ago. Fox's Cornell Scott has more live.
Well, Lisa, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine said members of the Wagner family, Father George III, Mom Angela, and sons Edward and George IV, all face 8 murder counts each.
The aggravated murder charges also include death penalty specifications for all 4 suspects.
DeWine would not go into a motive for the killings of 3 members of 3 families, but did say a child at the crime scene was figuring into it.
The custody of that young child plays a role in this case.
Lisa.
Thanks, Colonel. This is Fox News.
Stop.
Applebee's Bigger Bolder Grill combos are back. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
It's on. Light it up like Friday. Like Friday, light it up. Light it up like Friday. Like Friday, light it up. Light it up like Friday. Like Friday, light it up.
Take the floor somewhere unexpected. Everything you need is at your fingertips and at the Home Depot. On-trend styles with innovations to make it pet-proof, make it life-proof, make it waterproof, make it beautiful. The Home Depot has everything you need to make it yours. Get a free pad upgrade on any premium brand carpet purchase. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Ashley Home Store's Black Friday sale is going on now. Shop Black Friday deals today. Queen beds only $4.99 and sofas for only $4.99. Going on now, only at Ashley Home Store. This is home. Now open in our new location in Roscoe Village.
In the restaurant industry, it's important to be able to separate yourself. Customers tend to want to know where their food source is coming from. By producing our own beef and other products on our proprietary farm, we pride ourselves in being able to deliver a product that is absent of hormones and antibiotics. So whether it's your birthday or night out, please come visit us here at the Hideout.
10, 10, and you're not going to believe this. Another 10.
Your order's ready.
Sir, your order? Oh, wow. Thanks for that.
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing McDonald's new $6 classic meal deal. Choose one of 4 favorites. Plus, any size soft drink, small fries, and a pie. All for just $6.
Looking for new tires? At Main Street Tire and Wheel, we specialize in tires. Main Street offers tires for all makes and models. Fast, quick, and easy. Main Street is a full-service automotive repair shop. We do offer brakes, tune-ups, and oil changes like the other guys. But our main focus is tires. Whether it's brand new tires or repairing just one, make Main Street Tire and Wheel your tire headquarters. Main Street Tire and Wheel, across from the post office, 300 East Main Street, Marion, Illinois.
All right, thanks, Terry. Turning to Murfreesboro tonight, where the Murfreesboro Police Department is asking residents to keep snow paths clear ahead of the winter weather. According to the Murfreesboro PD, the Murfreesboro Street Department will begin clearing routes as soon as the snow begins to fall. Under City of Murfreesboro Ordinance 2491, vehicles parked on snow routes must be moved when there is a forecast of 3 inches of snow or more for the area. You can find a full list of Murfreesboro's snow routes at our website. To Cape Girardeau, where as the temperature drops, you might be thinking about how to keep your animals warm and healthy. Dr. Brian Huring with Cape Small Animal Clinic said once the temperature drops below freezing, you need to protect your pets from the cold. If you can't bring your pets indoors, Dr. Huring said to find a dry area that is not drafty. For insulation, he recommends blankets of straw bedding. Keep an eye on your pet's ears and tails as they can get frostbite quickly. Some signs of frostbite are black-colored skin that looks like it's going to fall off. Coats and sweaters help keep pets warm outside, and there's one other thing you can do after walks. He said to double check your car engine area before driving as cats hide in there to keep warm. Dr. Hearing knows of one dog that already died this winter season from antifreeze poisoning, so watch out for spills and leaks. Much more local news, sports, and weather tonight at 10 on News 24 at 10. Plus, we'll have continuing coverage of the winter storm. Those stories and more tonight again on News 24 at 10. We'll be right back with News 24 Sports.
When winter weather affects your day, turn to us. We plan for you. So when it gets crappy out there, we'll clear it up for a better day. News 24 is your winter weather source.
Does Santa Claus himself need the most trusted battery this holiday season? Maybe not. Maybe he can trust any